Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, the state of Florida is getting ready to file a lawsuit against drug manufacturing companies, just weeks after the city of Sarasota joined a lawsuit against those making and selling opioids. ABC 7's Erica Jackson has more on the state's reasoning and why those affected by these drugs remain skeptical.
It's hard, but doing what I do helps me heal.
Jerry Stanhope has lost 5 family members in the last 2 years, all victims of the opioid epidemic. Now, as an advocate for addiction recovery, she sympathizes with drug abusers and blames drug companies for not properly revealing their products can become habit forming.
And I think they probably knew their product before they put it out in public, just like the tobacco companies.
Florida deserves the maximum compensation for all the deaths that have happened in our state.
The Florida Medical Examiners Commission's annual drug report shows opioids killed 5,700 people in 2016, a 35% increase from 2015. Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi says pharmaceutical companies are partially to blame for the state's opioid problem, which is why it's preparing to file a lawsuit against drug manufacturers.
The ultimate goal is to stop this bad behavior, and that's what we're doing.
The city of Sarasota recently joined Manatee County and other municipalities nationwide by filing a lawsuit against drug manufacturers after spending hundreds of thousands of dollars managing this type of drug abuse. Stanhope wants the drugs off the street and isn't confident a lawsuit can change that.
The only thing they could do to avoid any further damage, I think, is to stop selling some of the things that they sell, and there's a definite need for a lot of it.
But if it helps some break the cycle, it's a worthy cause.
Every time you bring somebody back, that's giving them another chance to make a change in their life.
The Attorney General's office is in the final stages of interviewing outside counsel to assist the state in litigation. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. Governor Rick Scott declared a state of emergency in 2017 because of the increasing number of opioid-related deaths in the state. Last month, he signed a bill directing $53.5 million in grants towards treatment programs. A body found on the side of the road in Northport has sparked a death investigation by police. The body was found on Winchester Boulevard, just inside the Sarasota-Charlotte County line. At this time, police have not released the identity of the victim or any other information. However, they are saying there should be no concerns for the public safety and it will not affect traffic in the area. Northport police are also asking for your help identifying a man they say stole merchandise from a Walmart. Here's the suspect in some images picked up by surveillance cameras. Officers say he was spotted stealing merchandise from Walmart just around 3 p.m. on Friday. When confronted by a security guard, he became uncooperative and fled. As he left the area on a white motorcycle, he also ran multiple red lights. If you recognize this person, you are asked to contact Sarasota County Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen. That number 941-366-TIPS. A local animal shelter is now back open following an outbreak of the highly contagious parvovirus. At least 5 puppies at Nate's Honor Animal Rescue in Bradenton were diagnosed before last weekend after being transported in from another shelter in the state. The virus forcing Nate's to close as it treated the sick animals and worked to prevent the infection from spreading. The shelter has since been deemed safe for both adult dogs and puppies. And for those interested in adopting, Nate's Honor Animal Rescue will reopen again on Wednesday as it at its Coopers Creek Boulevard location in Bradenton at 11 a.m. And now we take it over to Wendy Ross for a check on our first alert weather forecast tonight. Wendy, how's it looking out there?
Well, we've still got the clouds around, and we're also looking at a band of rain that just keeps moving in our direction. You can see it's formed out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and this is all along a frontal band that is pretty much just stuck across central Florida right now. And so we're looking at the rains mostly east of I-75 and along the east coast. Nothing much taking place right here right now, but we do have showers offshore, and they are getting ready to make their way onshore. So we'll get rain back in the forecast, but you'll notice that for the next several hours, we're going to keep those rain chances very low. 10 to 20% is all we're expecting. And then we see a spike in the chances of those rainfall amounts coming on through, and that would be during the early morning hours. So that won't happen until 4, 5 o'clock in the morning that we could see some rains coming back into the picture. 77 degrees right now, mostly cloudy conditions. conditions. The wind's coming in out of the south-southwest. The humidity is high. The dew points are moving up. So it feels very muggy out there right now. We'll let you know what we can expect for the work week forecast in just a minute, Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. The National Guard has begun deploying troops to the U.S.-Mexico border, as ABC's Sharon Reed reports. The move coming in response to an increase in illegal border crossings last month after dropping to an all-time low.
The first of the 4,000 National Guard troops President Trump authorized to protect the Mexican border have been deployed.
We're going to be guarding our border with the military.
The order to send troops, signed by Defense Secretary James Mattis, specifies the National Guard will not perform law enforcement missions.
The National Guard will deploy personnel in support of CBP's border security mission.
With the president's plan to build a wall stalling, sending in those troops may be the only option as he continues to criticize current laws.
We have no idea who they are, what they do, where they came from. We have no idea what their records are.
The president responding to an increase in illegal border crossings last month after dropping to an all-time low.
We've got a leaking boat on our border. I think at this point the president's been pretty clear, enough is enough, fix the actual problem and stop that leak.
The troops will be under state control, the cost covered by the Defense Department. Republican governors from 3 border states have endorsed the plan. Arizona and Texas quickly announcing troop deployments.
The Texas National Guard is preparing to immediately deploy with supporting aircraft, vehicles, and equipment to the Texas-Mexico border.
However, Jerry Brown, the Democratic governor of the 4th border state, California, has been silent on the issue. Sharon Reed, ABC News.
Well, back here at home, phase 1 of Venice's road repaving program is all but complete, but now comes the hard part, downtown Venice. The completed work represents the majority of repaving 70 miles of bad road, sidewalk, curb repair, and enhancements to bring the area up to compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act. The downtown phase of the project, which gets underway later this month, involves similar work plus much more. It will include repaving West Tampa, West Venice, and West Miami Avenues between Harbor Drive and US 41 Business, as well as Nokomis Avenue from Santa Maria Street south to Ponce de Leon. The contractor will also be replacing sidewalks. Significant landscaping upgrades will also be made, including a fence in the medians to discourage jaywalking. And there are no scheduled road closures for that project at this time.
Just make sure everything's working and they're safe on our roads. There's enough distractions these days with people on their phones and just lots of traffic, snowbird season, all that.
Well, seniors and those looking for a safer driving experience had the chance to stop by the SCF campus in Bradenton today, where trained volunteers met with drivers and reviewed the comfort and safety of their vehicles. CarFit, as it's called, is a national organization that helps everyone, but especially seniors, stay safe on the roads. They check everything from making sure your rearview mirrors are in place to suggesting adaptive devices that may make driving easier for your unique situation. And it's also absolutely free. And if that sounds like something you might be interested in, you can learn more about upcoming events at our website, mysuncoast.com. Just look for the story. Well, tomorrow is expected to be a big day for Sarasota County Area Transit. On Monday, the Public Transportation Service will be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Siesta Key Breeze Trolley by honoring its 250,000th passenger. The celebration will be at the gazebo in the Siesta Key Village, and that lucky rider will win a gift basket filled with goodies and gift cards courtesy of the Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce. The free trolley, which runs from Siesta Key Village to Turtle Beach, operates from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. The trolley also runs now till midnight on the weekends. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, with the average cost of gas on the rise across the country, what you can expect to spend here on the Sun Coast. Plus, what's next for Florida Governor Rick Scott, the speculation surrounding a, quote, major announcement scheduled for tomorrow.
Florida Studio Theater presents Blue Suede Shoes, celebrating the birth of rock and roll. From the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry, to the king himself, Elvis Presley, this musical review features such great hits as Rock Around the Clock, Mustang Sally, Johnny B. Good, and of course, Blue Suede Shoes. Critics are calling Blue Suede Shoes a burst of rock history, dynamic and high voltage. Audiences are calling it phenomenal. Blue Suede Shoes has been held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting FloridaStudioTheater.org.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
Facebook's CEO is heading to Capitol Hill this week. Lawmakers are demanding answers from Mark Zuckerberg after a data firm with ties to the Trump campaign mishandled data from millions of Facebook's users. David Daniel has details and the latest reaction from Washington.
Facebook testifies in Congress regularly on a number of topics, some high profile and some not.
Mark Zuckerberg will go under oath, testifying before Congress amid the fallout from the Cambridge Analytica scandal. On Sunday, one lawmaker outlined what he wants answered.
But we do have two major problems we've discovered. One is the privacy issue, and the other is the propagandist issue. Now, Facebook needs to talk with us, frankly, about how we can fix that.
Zuckerberg will answer questions about the privacy issues this week. He'll appear before the Senate, Judiciary, and Commerce Committees on Tuesday. The House Energy and Commerce Committee will hear from him on Wednesday. Facebook admits that personal data was harvested by Cambridge Analytica, a data firm with ties to the Trump campaign. But Christopher Wiley, the firm's former director of research turned whistleblower, can't say how the data was used.
In terms of did Donald Trump use this data, I think that's a good question to ask Cambridge Analytica and the Trump campaign.
Facebook says Cambridge Analytica accessed the data of 87 million users, but Wiley warns that number could rise.
Do you think that's still possible, that number is much higher?
I think that it could be higher. Absolutely.
Zuckerberg says Facebook is taking steps to protect user data. Congress wants answers on how this happened in the first place and how it will be prevented in the future. I'm David Daniel reporting.
Well, back here in Florida, Governor Rick Scott is expected to announce his bid for U.S. Senate in Orlando tomorrow. Scott has already said he will make a big announcement on Monday regarding his political future. The governor is scheduled to make that announcement at an Orlando construction company. Scott, who is leaving office in early 2019 due to term limits, has been hinting at a run against U.S. Senator Bill Nelson for more than a year. The two men have clashed recently over what to do about gun violence, and President Donald Trump has already publicly encouraged Scott to run. Nelson is Florida's only statewide elected Democrat. Well, if you need to fill up on gas soon, don't be surprised if you're paying a little more than you have been in the past. The average U.S. price of regular grade gasoline shooting up by 8 cents a gallon over the past 2 weeks. The increase bringing the national average to $2.74. The increase was driven primarily by rising crude oil prices. According to the app Gas Buddy, the average price of regular gas right now in Sarasota is $2.55, with the lowest price in the area at $2.45. We need to find out where that is, and I'll rush it at once and create havoc here on the Suncoast.
There you go. There you go. I'll tell you what, you wanted to be outdoors, but it was just one of those situations where you were sitting there thinking, just make up your mind, rain or don't. But we had some clouds, we had some sun, we got some rain, so we had a little bit of everything today. It just didn't all come at one time. So this is what's going on right now. We have mostly cloudy skies out there, and a large part of the population is not reporting any rain, but east of I-75, Central Florida, East Florida, you are getting some showers at this point, and we are going to continue to see these clouds coming on in. We've got some rain out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and some of those showers will be coming on through. So we're still seeing the clouds out there, and what we have going on is that we've got that cold front that's situated right here across Central Florida, and then we've got another cold front that we're watching, and this one is going to have an impact on our weather beginning sometime in the middle part of the week. On Tuesday is when it's likely to come on through, but we've had snowy conditions across the nation's midsection, and you can see 5 to 7 inches of snow has fallen, and all of this wintry weather and this mess continues to move off towards the east. We, on the other hand, are getting the rain showers across parts of Central Florida, and what we're going to be seeing is the possibility of showers coming on throughout the nighttime hours tonight. It is going to be warm and humid. Now we can't seem to get away from that, and we're going to have an unsettled week coming up because we have periods of time where we're going to see lots of sunshine, and then we've got days where we're going to be getting some rain. So it's going to be a seesaw pattern over the next couple of days, and you can see that we've got the showers out here in the Gulf of Mexico. Most of the rain right now on land is well east of I-75. It's over the central part of the state, and it's moving off towards the east. And these showers out here are just following the line of the front, and they're just coming on through at this point. So we're going to see the rains coming on in. Right now there's not a whole lot, but we're just starting to see them affecting the coastline. You can see some of these showers now beginning to affect parts of Venice and down to the south around the Charlotte County area as well. Another look at this is also picking up some of the lightning strikes that we saw a little bit earlier. About an hour ago, we saw some lightning strikes well out here out in the Gulf. And once again, these showers are going to come on through, and we are going to be affected by them throughout the overnight time period primarily and into the very early hours of the morning tomorrow. So we've got only a 10 to 20% chance of rain. Then at 2 o'clock, we've got about a 30% chance, and then at 4 in the morning, maybe even a 40% chance of rain before things start to quiet down once again. Our future radar showing that those rain showers are going to lift on up towards the north, and we're going to see a lot of those showers that are going to come on through and move off towards the north and east. But we'll get the rains coming through very quickly, very widely scattered for the most part. And the winds are coming in out of the southwest, and mostly those winds have been fairly calm throughout the day, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that's been about it. And today we did get up to a high of 80 degrees, and that's where we're supposed to be. So 80 degrees for our high, 69 was the overnight low. It was a muggy start to this morning. 41 was our record, 90 in 1999, and right now temperatures are mostly in the 70s, some 80s still east of I-75. The dew points are going to continue to rise, and over the next couple of days we're going to see them back up into the 70s. So we've got the moisture across central and south Florida. That is definitely taking place, and as you can see, we've got winds tomorrow out of the south at 15 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet for boaters. Over the next several days, we are going to continue to keep rain in the forecast all the way through Tuesday. Our best day for rain is going to be on Tuesday with a 60% chance, and then we're going to take the rain right out of the forecast and bring it right back in just in time for next weekend. Adam.
Now, sports.
Well, the Rays still looking for their first win since opening day on March 29th. 7 straight losses since then. And in the 7th inning of their game against Boston today, Jesus Sucre making it 7-2 Tampa Bay lead following a sac fly. Now Kevin Cash goes with Matt Andriese to come in and pitch the 8th, but he gives up 4 earned runs. Can't get a break, especially with 2 outs. This is the game-tying run right here. Alex Colomé is going to get called in to try and stop the bleeding with 2 outs, unable to do it. Mookie Betts with the single right there. And here was the dagger. Andrew Benintendi skies one to left field. Mallex Smith can't handle it. Rays blow a 5-run lead in the 8th inning, and it's 8 straight losses for Tampa Bay. Final round of the Masters in Augusta. Here's some of the early highlights, including the highlight of the tournament for Tiger Woods. an eagle on hole number 15. Too little, too late. He finishes 3 under on the day, though, and 1 over par on the weekend. Charlie Hoffman on the par 3 16th, 178 yards to the hole, and he hits it on the button, covers every single one of them. A hole-in-one, the 12th ace in the final round on this hole in Masters history. But the real story today, aside from Patrick Reed winning his first major, Jordan Spieth with 9 birdies, nearly tying a course record at Augusta. Tampa Bay hockey fans are trading their Lightning logos for Panthers tonight. The Florida Panthers, that is, who are now in full control of the Bolts' playoff destiny after that loss to the Hurricanes last night. The Lightning need the Panthers to beat Boston in their makeup game tonight to secure an Eastern Conference title. But if the Bruins win, they take the Atlantic Division and the conference title, and Tampa Bay will play the Maple Leafs in round 1 of the playoffs this week. If Boston loses, the Lightning have home ice and will play the New Jersey Devils in the first round. Johnny Football is back. Sort of. The long embattled former first-round pick played his first game in over 2 years. He took a few sacks, but also threw a touchdown in a spring league out in Austin, Texas. Now, Manziel was released after 2 seasons with the Cleveland Browns for his struggles on, but mostly off the field.
I'm definitely happy about it. This isn't the end goal for me, but, I'm having fun again.
After playing his last professional game in 2015, Manziel has battled addiction and bipolar disorder in his return to football today. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How would you not love him?
Thanks to all of you who participated in ABC7's Caribbean Cruise Giveaway Contest. Join us as we celebrate our grand prize winner, Joyce Fakowski of Northport. Married for 13 years in June, Joy and her husband, Don, are excited to celebrate their anniversary on a spectacular 7-night luxury Caribbean cruise for 2. Congratulations, Joy and Don. Bon voyage. ABC7, we're here for you.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Dear parents, it's time for a pop quiz. What's the best kind of play for kids? Play that makes us think? Or helps us pretend? Or teaches us rules? Or to be creative? Actually, every kind of play is important because different kinds of play give us different kinds of skills. Help us mix up the ways we play. Okay, class dismissed. Now go play.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Got groups of people actually working together that maybe don't even know each other, but they're working together trying to help each other find the cash.
A citywide scavenger hunt is now underway in Brewton, Alabama. But it's not just the thrill of the hunt that people are after. There is over $11,000 on the line. The Dash for Cash scavenger hunt started on a Facebook Live show called Drive Time with DJ and KJ. The clues are given in the form of riddles on the Facebook Live show. It started with just $1,000 as a cash prize, but the more people heard about it, the more businesses began pitching in. And the hunt is still on. No one has found that treasure quite yet.
Wow, so they're looking for $11,000 right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. That's pretty fun. That's worth getting.
Which reminds me, don't get any ideas on this Facebook Live feed, because that's not happening anytime soon.
No, it's not happening.
But
not
still.
even for $1. We're not even going to do it for $1. That's
Maybe $1. I'll hide $1 around
You'll
town
hide $1.
for
Good
people
for
to
you.
find.
Good for you.
Other than that.
Well, we're expecting a couple of showers to come on in, but again, 10-20% chance of rain. I'd get outside. I would go out if I could. So do that if you can. Get outside.
Get outside, and remember, rain is good this time of year. It's not always a bad thing.
Man, we sure need it.
Florida Studio Theater presents Blue Suede Shoes, celebrating the birth of rock and roll. From the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry, to the king himself, Elvis Presley, this musical review features such great hits as Rock Around the Clock, Mustang Sally, Johnny B. Good, and of course, Blue Suede Shoes. Critics are calling Blue Suede Shoes a burst of rock history, dynamic and high voltage. Audiences are calling it phenomenal. Blue Suede Shoes has been held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting FloridaStudioTheater.org.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit SaluteHeroes.org.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
I just think it's unnecessary, and I think it is another way of sort of slapping around public education, if you will.
Term limits for local school board members. Florida voters may decide in November whether the local school board should have term limits just like the governor. I'm Alan Cohn. No term limits at the Trapezoid, but lots of good ideas.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.